What's going on, music producers? It's Curtis King at Airbit.com here today with 3 ways you can promote your new beat. Let's talk about it.
Airbit.com.
Music producers, you just finished your beat, you're showing it off to all your friends are giving you the thumbs up, you mixed and mastered it, you took it through the car test, took it through your iPhone, earphone test, you've been listening to it over and over again. Now you think that it's ready for the general public. Well, here's 3 ways to promote your beat. And let's try to think a little bit outside the box. Now, when it comes to your approach to promoting your beat, the way that I look at it is, the same way saying the same thing over and over again in a general conversation between you and a friend can get very stale and monotonous and really have your message be slept upon. I think it's the same thing when communicating your new beat to a general audience. So before I even give you these 3, what I want you to do is get in the mindset of conveying a message in a unique way. Although the message may be the same, that you have a new beat, maybe that's a trap beat, maybe that it's a hip hop beat, maybe that it's a feel good beat, maybe that it's a beat that is something that you would write to if you're heartbroken. Whatever the message it be, keep clear about that message, but also vary it up the ways that you tell that story, even though you're telling the same story over and over again. Now, the first avenue that I would go to basically promote this new beat, talk to your email list. Your email list should consist of people who are either interested in buying your beats or people who have already purchased your beats. Either way, you need to be talking to them first. Those are the people who are going to be the most interested in your new beat. So the way you approach it in an email, I would approach it the same way you would in a general conversation. Hey, I know a lot of you been asking about making more boom bap hip hop type beats. Well, this week I took my stab at it, and this is the new thing that I came up with. This sort of has a J. Cole-ish type vibe mixed together with like some old school Tribe Called Quest drums. You need to basically be able to state that message very clearly to your audience so that they know what they're listening to. Second thing, as you approach social media, which is probably the obvious for most of us, you want to do the same thing that you would do in a general conversation. You don't want to say the same thing over and 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 over again. You want to vary the message up, although the source of the message is not changing. The source of the message is that you have a new beat. Cool. You got a new beat. So what? That is a great question to continue to ask yourself as you start to compose and put together your messages that you're going to make available to social media. Keep asking yourself, so what? As you ask yourself, so what, you come up with a more descriptive description of your new beat, and you start to tell the story in a way that draws the interest in of people who maybe would not even want to check out your beats. Now they're checking it out. So really understand the message of your beat. What is it? Is it about heartbreak? Is it about, is it a painful beat? Is it a bouncy beat? Is it a beat for the club? Is it a beat for easy listening? Whatever the case may be, understand that first and then approach social media. And then also too, for every single social media, understand that, not every piece of content works across the board. Something that looks great on Twitter may not necessarily look great on Instagram. Something that performs well on Facebook may not perform well on Instagram. Let's talk about even, how you can put up an image with writing on it like a flyer and it performs terribly on Instagram, but it may fare pretty well on Twitter. These are 2 different social medias with 2 sets of rules. It's important for you to understand the language. And as Gary Vee always talks about, understanding the native language of that social media, because as you approach it, you won't come off as tone deaf. It's the last thing you want to come off as. And number 3, I think another great way to promote your beat, besides going ahead and buying some promotional spots on Airbit.com, I think a great way to promote your beats is to make some behind the scenes footage of how you made that beat. There's nothing that is more interesting. And you may think that it's only interesting to other producers, but damn, that's a complete lie. Here's the thing about it. There's nothing more interesting than when somebody falls in love with the beat and for them to see all the work that went into it. Did you hire a live musician to come in and play the guitar? Did you hire somebody to do the drums? Did you take extra detail on the drums? Whatever the case may be, tell the story of that particular beat, and you may get a sale from somebody not understanding everything that went into that beat. They may hear a bass and be like, okay, that bass is nice, but to see somebody actually playing live bass on it, that takes a whole nother perspective for somebody. And for that situation, it makes them appreciate the music and appreciate the work that went into that music even more, because you simply chose to share a behind the scenes video of you making the beat. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly when you're making the beat, but you have the opportunity to go back in and have somebody basically film you as you go through layers, or you can film yourself as you go through each layer of the beat. What happens is this becomes a teaching tool to other producers, and then you get rappers who start to appreciate the musicality, or even the detail, or even the amount of attention that you pay to every detail in that beat. They start to respect your craft, and then they start to put a face with your actual music, which is very important when you're trying to build lifelong customers. So those are 3 ways to promote your beats. I think you should get to it now. If you have any other ways, go ahead and leave something down in the comments below. Once again, this is Curtis King at Airbit.com. Have a good one.
Airbit.com.
Music producers, don't forget to subscribe to the Airbit channel right now.